For your family it is, and for your family it will always be, to live that blueprint, not for anyone else. I'm not saying all women are consecutive, but we mostly are, especially in this industry. And be proud. And it does not matter when you find it, but remember who you're leaving it for. That's all that I care about. Now, the age that you find your purpose is different to everyone. And you shouldn't be ashamed to start because you think it's too late, because you think that there is no one at your age who's doing this or trying to learn this. It does not have a limit. It does not have no age requirement. Now, women in Forex, you're not lost, you're not slow, you're not crazy. We're not aggressive traders. Well, most of us. We're not. It's because we have feminine energy. We have feminine energy. And yes, we do bring that to the market. That is why we tend to make or yield less profits. All right, that does not mean we're not profitable. It just means that you need to push yourself a little bit harder, to be a little bit aggressive, right? So you need to push those boundaries. If your boundaries is 2%, right? If you're like, I can't pass 2%, I just can't, you have to push a little bit. Now, the pushing does not just come from within. The pushing comes from you adding capital to your account size. Now, I understand that we are people who always take responsibility. We have nurturing spirit, and that's who we are, all right? We're always going to make things happen. We're always going to go out there and make things work for ourselves and the kids. That's just who we are. Not that I'm saying that most men do not take responsibility. Very few, but another reason that you might have find this thing a little bit late, because I'm pretty sure you were taking care of the household. I'm pretty sure it was you who was going out there making sure things are okay for the kids, making sure the kids have woken up and they're on time at school. It's in us. So sometimes we do tend to realize or find things a bit late because of that. Because we're always going to take responsibility. It's in us. We can't help it. But do not be scared to tap in or to get into this industry and push your boundaries and push those limits. Push in, get in there. It's not for you to get a pat at the back that you're doing great. Thank you for representing women. No, you're not here for that. You are here for your kids. You are here to put that blueprint, and you're going to live a structure for those kids. Now, when you're doing this, it's no longer about you. Don't worry if you don't want to have kids, that's fine, okay? I also don't think I want them, but I am talking to women still, whether you have them or not. But mostly to those who have kids, because I respect and understand what's going on there, because you're trying to make time for everything and you're doing just fine. Do not doubt that. You're doing just fine. Now, when you want to live that structural plan, right? That is why you will always think, am I doing the right thing? Is this thing actually working for me? Because you don't want to live something that makes no sense. Can you imagine if you had a wonderful trading career, right? And then something happens to you, God forbid, right? And now, for you, you thought that was like you were doing great, but now you're living this whole plan for your kids. There's no risk management. There was never, you were blowing accounts. What was the point of doing this? Because this thing is generational. Oh yes, ask the white people. They will tell you it is. They left them. They were doing it since the 80s, since the 70s, and they left them for them kids. The kids left them for them kids. It is going on and on and on. But now when it comes to us, we're just doing it just because. No, blueprint. If I were to have kids, I want my kids to know what is Forex, what is stocks, what are futures in detail. That is why I'm writing book, not for you, not for me, it's for whoever. It's for my family, it's for my sister's kids. I want, if I leave, as I'm always saying to you now, that we're here for the blueprint. We're just not here for fun. Don't be afraid when you're not too aggressive. But what you want to work on is to live a structural plan, though. My mother used to do Forex. I'm just talking about the kids. I would like to, now I'm old enough, I want to know what this thing is. My mother's not here anymore. There's nothing. You leave nothing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No structural, nothing. No, the strategy is not in the book. Nothing. Everything is with here. It's in you. It's in the mind. You're going to leave. You're going to leave. And your mind is going to go with you. So start typing. Start making that little book for your child. Start making that little book for your sister. It does not matter. Remember, we are nurturing spirits. We don't think for ourselves. We always think ahead. We always think for whoever's coming behind me. It's who we are. We can't help it. Going back to being less aggressive, and we tend to make less profits, right? If I were to trade right now and there is a man that is trading with me, there is a possibility that they might be 5% ahead and now maybe I'll be 10%, right? And they'll be 15%. And I don't know what it is, but that's how God have made it. Okay, they have that bull in them. They have that, that go out there and make it happen. All right, they have that aggressiveness to them. All right. That's all that you should care about. You're going to learn to sit down with yourself. You're going to learn to look at the markets, and you're going to start writing things down, because you are here for that blueprint and that blueprint only. Okay. You're not here, as I said, for the pat on the back. You're representing us. No, I'm not. I'm not representing women. I'm representing my kids here. I want them to look at my videos, for example, me, and be like, yeah, she knew what she was talking about. In fact, she left it in the whole book. I want my sister's kids to be like, okay, because I'm that girl at home. When I come home, I know what I'm talking about. I'm only talking about finance, and I know what I'm talking. I'm so confident, like. And women in Forex, it's not just a woman in Forex. Be a woman in finance. Know everything that's happening in finance. Don't be afraid to try and understand a deeper understanding of liabilities, as in accounting liability. Understand that and how to calculate that. Don't be afraid. You're doing this for your kids. It was never a competition between us and men. I see when people, they see a girl and a woman trading, and they be like, oh my God, you're doing well. And men be like, you're a lioness. I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my family, for real. It just happened that it was placed in me by the Creator that I can speak to the masses and be confident. It happened that I have that skill as well, and I'm using it because I have been called to do it. I'm not just here, I've been called to do it. I've refused to do this for a very long time. And people have told me, can you not speak? Because my friends, even in South Africa, they were like, can you not just record? Can I record you when you speak? Because I don't understand. There's just something when you speak that says I should listen to you. And I just heard that, and I just ran with it, right? So you don't have to be like me, but you can do it for them kids though, right? If you have to start recording little videos for yourself, make a batch for yourself and start putting them in the laptop in a USB. We're leaving a legacy here. They need to know what this thing is so that their kids also know what is going on. Right? Remember, we're here to multiply, right? So we don't want to multiply and just only leave our kids with clothes. You don't want to multiply and leave your kids with just your clothes. You don't want your kids to inherit just your clothes. They need, when it comes to inheritance, they need to inherit the skill, which will be, and I know you're listening now, which will be on that book, which will be on the recording, in a USB somewhere, because this, you might not have a lot, but with this, they can go very far with this. You might not be here to teach them or not have the time, because I know you're very busy. We're busy as women, I understand. But at least when they say that, you know what, mom left a little box, and this box have this and this and this, a USB, it has the videos and all that. I want to go through that. And like that, you have provided for your kids forever. You have provided for the kids forever. You don't want to just leave the clothes. When I mean by leaving the clothes, I'm not mean that people, some families, they leave a very, very good, wide inheritance. And then you get people who just left their kids or left their families with just their clothes. And then that's all you're going to have. And then you're going to wear their clothes. No, you don't want to be that. That generation needs to stop where it was. That's how far. But with this one, it's different. Whether you're in your 40s, 30s, 20s, listen. We multiply. And your family needs to know what this thing is. It's not just only for you. I know there are some families who don't care, who don't want to listen to it, but there should be one or two people who want to know what this thing is. It might not be your kids. It might be your kids' kids. But that video, that USB should be traveling time to time. It should. You're not doing this for yourself. Sorry, man, I'm not talking to you guys right now. I'm talking to women in Forex, and don't be pained by it, okay? It's just that the passion, it's for the women, okay? That need to be in this business. This business is not intimidating. Don't be afraid. It's not about the numbers here. We don't deal with numbers here. We deal with probabilities. So you need to start tapping into this business. It's a good business. Even if you're not going to be a millionaire, let me make you aware. You're not going to be a millionaire trading, okay? The things that trading will allow you to do will make you a millionaire, because this thing is just a step into finance. And now is to understand how you can do more with it, not with just the Forex alone, okay? Because remember, it is about percentage, women. It is about percentages. So some of us are not going to come here with $100,000 that can yield $1 million. Do you understand? So we're going to come in with $10,000. We're going to come in with $1,000. We're going to come in with $500. But what's important is you know how. Don't you want to pass that over then? It's very few people that know how to make $500. It's very few. If they don't go to work, they have no clue how else to make it. But you do. You found it. Does not matter your age. You found it. Stick with it. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in the channel. And cheers.